Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miroslava, Deep Metaphysical Chick, Multiverse Ambassador, Sirius High Priestess, Starseed and Divine Feminine Mentor, and human. Thank you all so much for joining me on another video here on my channel. I do have a lot of plans for the year 2024, but I wanted to close the year 2023 with a 2024 energy forecast. And this is part of the Rising Gems podcast episode. We dive into different channel messages, different perspectives. So if you want to check the entire episode, you can find it in the link in the description. But in this video, I'm just going to be sharing my individual messages and the perspectives that I have, the energy that I feel is going to be surrounding us, or the theme of the new year. So if this is something you are interested in, you want to keep listening, then let's dive in. Erica, oh my gosh, we are nearing the end of the year 2023. Can you believe that? It's gone by so fast.
It does.
It's crazy.
Time for me is not the same. Honestly, it's quite interesting because there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I understand that time is a thing, and then there's another thing where I don't even know what day it is, what year. It's like all meshed into one. So I'm just like, okay.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's exactly how I feel, because it's like time is just going by so fast that everything is like, I don't really have, maybe this is just me, but like memory of things. Like it's very hard to keep track of things. And I also feel this could be also because we're jumping timelines. We're constantly quantum jumping timelines. And one thing that I wanted to mention, and I don't know if this is something that you experience, but with me, whenever I dream, I used to never see myself in dreams. I was always playing a different character or just observing the dream as if it was a movie. But lately, I've been actually seeing myself in dreams. Not only that, but I'm seeing myself with people that I know, with family members, with friends, with people that I physically know. And I am having an experience that is not like this one, but it's very close. So I feel like there's definitely us, we're like, I don't know, traveling in different dimensions or different timelines, quantum jump, because I think it's also very divine feminine. Like it's when you come back to this space of wholeness and just integration within the self, I feel like things start to take place effortlessly in the outer experience, but it takes a lot of balance and harmony within the self. And what you said about the healing, oh my gosh, like that's definitely something that I'm pretty sure a lot of people will resonate with, because, there's been a lot that's been coming to the surface emotionally and, energetically. But then I also know a lot of people that have been struggling with physical discomfort, with disease, with illness. And this is it's not the same message, but I also channeled a little bit about healing. And this message actually was for me specifically, but I'm going to share it here because I feel that if any of you that are listening to this episode have been struggling with physical disease or physical discomfort, then maybe this could also be what you are experiencing and the reason behind it. But just a little backstory. I was just sitting in my bed last night doing a little meditation, tuning into energy, and I began to tune into the energy of this Pleiadian male, and he is who I refer to as my cosmic body. And he is the one that I don't really connect with him that often, or haven't been connecting with him often, because I just haven't felt called to. But last night when I was here, I was breathing deeply and I was like energetically aligning myself. Out of nowhere, my consciousness traveled to this Pleiadian spaceship, and he was just there sitting in a table, just looking at me. Like he had been talking to me, and I'm going to share some of those messages that came in before this final healing message. But he had been talking to me. I just wasn't aware that he was the one that I was communicating with. And it was just so funny that I went to this spaceship and he was sitting at this like table thing, and he was just like leaning over with his hands over under his chin and just looking at me with a huge smile. So I thought that was so funny and just very cute. So the message that I have about the healing is the following, and I'm going to be reading this. We need you present in the body. You feel good when the mind, spirit, and body link. Come back. Tune in, fly, but put down the anchor. It's an agreement you made to keep you present. Discomfort is unalignment. Health is alignment. The more you align, the better you will feel. It's not happening to you, it's all happening for you. Organize your mind and surroundings. Movement that is gentle allows energy to flow in the body. And one more thing that he said specifically about this is the power of belief. And I know that when we are feeling the discomfort, feeling the pain, we are just not having faith or trusting that the body can heal, or that we have the ability to heal our body. And so that message that he just kept saying was believe. Just believe, 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 trust, have faith. Believe in yourself, in the energy that runs through you, in your cells, in your organs. Believe in the body technology. So this message, again, he said this to me, but maybe if you're going through something similar, this can also resonate for you. So yes, tune in, fly to the spaceships, but put down the anchor. You know, the body is the anchor, and the body is the vessel that is keeping you here in this physical experience. So it's very important for us to not detach fully from the body, but to stay present. And also the slow movement. And with me, I used to do a lot of I used to sometimes even force myself to do like weightlifting, dumbbells, kettlebell workouts. In these past few weeks, I just have not been feeling inspired to use any of those tools. So what I've been doing is either yoga or bar, Pilates, and recently, this past few days, all I was doing was the 5 Tibetan rites. So definitely try that movement, that sort of slow, gentle movement, like yoga and also breath work. But yeah, so that's what the message was regarding this specific theme or that subject of healing.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel like that can be a message for a lot of people, pretty much everyone, because I feel that it is so that like that resonates with me as far as like what you were saying with like when we feel anchored, it's kind of like the balance between all of the say the elements, right? Like the body, mind, well, that's not really elements, but what you were saying of like the spirit, the mind, and the body, and all of that being connected.
Mm-hmm.
And when that's all in alignment, when we are healthy, that's just an indication that we're in alignment, and the universal flow and the universal energy it just means that it's actually flowing.
Yeah.
Where when we're like ill or something's going on or there's an ailment, it's just like something is there that needs to be looked at. But I also love the message of believe, because our bodies are incredibly intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
It knows how to heal, and it all has to do with the mindset.
Yes. And let me tell you, it's really hard whenever, I'm really feeling that discomfort in the body to believe that this is only temporary, because I feel like I'm fucking dying.
Yeah.
But it takes work and a lot of practice. But I feel that, this message really inspired me to keep practicing and to keep doing these things. Just even just breathing more deeply and anchoring myself in the body through the breath, or like the yoga, even if it's just 10-15 minutes a day. Organizing also my room. Right now my room my room is a mess. I have to get together, but I'm gonna be working on that, and that's something that I definitely want to do more of in the new year. But yeah, so I'll just quickly jump into the other messages that he shared with me. One thing that I heard very loudly is, it's getting real. And real, I saw it like in capital letters. And I feel this is going to be the theme of 2024. A lot of things are happening. And another thing that came to mind was the word rise. And this again was like in capital letters, like bold. And this was connected to the US election, which I believe is taking place next year. So I don't know, and I'm getting chills. I don't know what's gonna take place. And when I was receiving these messages, I was having visions. I'm not Republican or Democrat. I'm nothing. Like I just want justice. I want freedom, liberation for all people. I saw the face of Joe Biden very clearly. And then I saw a bunch of people with like big signs. I couldn't see what the signs said, but that's what came in when I saw the word rise and when I felt that frequency. So I don't know what's going to happen with the election, but I feel like this is going to be something that's going to inspire I don't know, like the rise of maybe activism, or I don't know. Were you gonna say something,
It
Erica?
sounds like there's some type of event, because anytime I like, to me, rise is very similar to awakening, because when we awaken, it like there's kind of like a divine intervention or initiation where it pushes us to rise in some type of way. So as you were explaining that and what you were saying, what I was getting on an intuitive level was more to do with an event that is going to happen around the election. It could be somewhere similar to Biden, like you were saying, is going to awaken a lot of people to kind of push them to rise, if that makes sense.
Yes. And again, these are just perspectives and nothing is set on stone. So we're not saying that something specifically is going to happen. This is just what I was able to see and to feel as of right now, this now moment. Mm-hmm. But, the future, the past, everything is always changing. So just, take all of this that we're saying here with a grain of salt. And then another thing that, well, here with this, it's getting real and rise in the US election, I also received the word questions. So I do feel that people are going to have a lot of questions, and there's going to be a lot of information, I think, that people are going to be requesting, and maybe a lot of information is going to be given to us, and we're going to have a lot of questions regarding the information that we receive. And the following thing is Ascension Symptoms. And then what came with this was illness and upgrades. So I do feel that in not only in the coming year, but like in the coming years, a lot of people are going to see an increase in Ascension Symptoms. And I don't know, Erica, if you've seen this, but I know that there's been a lot of action that's taking place within the sun, like solar flares and so I think that is also has a lot to do with what we are experiencing at an energetic and physical level. So that I'm just leaving this out there. I feel that that's taking place, but then there's also a lot of upgrades that are taking place within the human body and the energetic body. The also like just the collective grid is getting a huge upgrade. And I already talked a little bit about this, which is alignment dissolves distortion and discomfort. So it's very similar to the message that I shared. Again, it's all about aligning ourselves and harmonizing the polarities, the masculine and the feminine within ourselves. The spirit realm is very active. They are paying attention. And then on quotes, I have little helpers. So I feel that what I was feeling when I was writing this down is that there is a lot of spirit guides, ascended masters, extraterrestrials that are paying a lot of attention during this time. So we are definitely not alone. A lot of the times they can't interfere, but I feel that if things reach a point, we'll be seeing something. Maybe it's not going to be full disclosure, but maybe there's going to be something that tells us, okay, we're not alone. Like we are definitely being protected. So yeah. And another thing is, things are happening in the world, in our planet, that intrigue other worlds. So I feel like, and we've shared this, and in the extraterrestrial community, like we all always like talk about this, that extraterrestrials look at the Earth and what is happening here like they're watching a TV show, because it's like that's how crazy it is.
Yeah.
And so I feel that it's very intriguing to other extraterrestrial collectives or consciousnesses, because I feel, and I truly believe this, like the things that are happening in this Earth are not something that we have seen in many, 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 many years. A year also of boundaries. It's about focusing on you. The external reality isn't or doesn't have to be your reality. And I think this is very powerful, because if things do take place that are more so on the negative side, on the shadow side, I feel that you have a choice, and that you don't have to immerse yourself in that experience, that you can detach, take a step back, and just focus on yourself. The thing about people will be angry, I think that we're already seeing this a lot. We're already seeing a lot of anger, a lot of frustration coming out. I mean, I just went through a few weeks of feeling all the anger that was coming out from trauma, from childhood, from past lives. Eric, I have one more message, and I feel this will be just a good way for me to finish my part of this episode. Humanity has been going through an initiation, crossing the threshold from ego-based expression and embodiment to sacred expression of truthfulness and authenticity. Humanity is on the path to full and conscious expression of divinity. But this initiation is step one. As a collective, we are peeling off layers of distortion, which is giving us access to codes within the man-made program, the Matrix. These codes are ancient and seeing the light, and the light is reprogramming their energetic structure. The alchemical process takes time, so be gentle. Adopt grace, have faith, trust. You hold the key. And this was also a message that I received from my cosmic body, the Pleiadian men that I said I had an encounter with earlier. I feel like an initiation process is not something that takes place within 1 week or even a day or a month. This is a process that in ancient Egypt took place within 12 years. 12 long years of isolation, of mastering your fears, facing the shadow. In ancient Egypt, they had like ancient temples in which they would send people, women and men, into, to practice different things. But all of those things were based on what they feared most. And that's because the shadow is such an important key and such an important part of this initiation. There's still more time that is required for us to complete this initiation as a collective. But even with this, it's only step one, and there's going to be more steps that we have to make as a collective, as a human race, as a human collective, to get to a point in which we can all collectively experience the new earth. But I feel like there's definitely progress that we are making as individuals, but then also collectively. All right, my friends, so that's going to be it for the 2024 energy forecast. I hope that the messages that I shared resonated with you. There were bits and pieces of Erica's messages as well. Again, if you want to listen to the entire episode, go check it out in the description. But go ahead and follow the Rising Gems podcast. The links to Spotify, Apple Podcast, everywhere. You're going to find them in the description. This 2023 has been a very hard year. I feel that for all of us, and like I shared in the messages, harmonizing the polarities within ourselves, the feminine and the masculine, is really going to help us come back to the body and fully activate the technology that lies within the body. So yeah, if you've been going through it, my friend, definitely know that I feel you and I see you and I love you. We love you, and we are all just wishing you a very, very prosperous, happy, abundant, health-wise, love-wise, money-wise. We're wishing you the very best for this coming year. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Merry Christmas if you resonate, if you celebrate Christmas, happy holidays, and a very, very happy new year. So I'll see you again next year. Bye.